Ahoy, morning breathers. Welcome to Monday's edition of The Morning Breath. Yes, it is Monday, and it's Thanksgiving week, so that's a good thing.
Short week.
We have a short week. We are on the air today, tomorrow, and Wednesday.
And that's it.
And then we're done. Not forever, just for the week.
Well, we think we're coming back. You just never know from day to day. But
We should be back.
we should be back.
We should be back. Breaks usually don't do us well, so there very well could be a week from today. There could be some technical thing that we never foresaw coming. You're shaking your head, Nikki G. I get it.
You can't put that bad juju out in the air.
Okay.
Just
I'm just saying, sometimes those things happen, but we are able to overcome almost always.
almost always.
I mean, I can think of just like twice.
Yeah, we've only missed a couple.
Yeah. So happy Monday. We have Boss Man Matt with us. Ahoy, Matt.
Ahoy, Skipper.
And producer Nikki G.
Ahoy, Skipper.
I'm going to start calling you super producer Nikki G. It's a mouthful, but it's time. Super producer Nikki G.
It's just time.
It's just time. So welcome. You got to see Furball over the weekend. You're probably just still giddy, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
I think my kids went to that too. I asked them to hunt you down. They couldn't find you.
I was out in the crowd here or there and then up front.
Yeah.
So
I don't know that they were up
backstage.
front. I don't have no idea where they were, but
Yeah.
so I assume they enjoyed the show. Excuse me, I'm still yawning.
Yeah, it's all right. It's Monday.
It's Monday.
It's Monday.
So the first thing that I want to start out on is just kind of odd. It's just an odd thought.
All right.
It's not an odd thought.
This is the perfect show for that.
It's something I read, and I'd like to know how one discovers this. Astronomers capture aftermath. So this has already happened of a galaxy collision. One galaxy was traveling at an estimated 2 million miles per hour. How the hell do they know that?
And a whole galaxy?
Yeah.
I mean, a galaxy's like huge, right?
Yeah, it's bigger than we can probably ever imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and how do they know? How do they know this? I know that things that are a long time away, it takes a while for us to see them or hear them.
Like years.
Right?
Don't they say like stars, like the stars we're looking at now actually burned out
Yeah, they're
100
gone.
years ago or something? Yeah.
We don't even see, the light's just getting to us. So how the hell they know that?
Yeah.
So there's my question. There's my question of the month for Ray.
Okay, for Ray. Let's see if Ray. I don't know. I don't know how you would possibly know that. I don't know how a whole. I mean, I guess
See, there's a stumper, isn't it?
it is a stumper. I'm figuring out how a whole galaxy crashes into another galaxy.
I don't understand it either.
I mean, is it
Does
just
it
like go
go
through
boom?
it, or is it
Yeah.
like Yeah, I'm confused.
How do they know it traveled at 2 million miles an hour?
Yeah. And do they actually use miles per hour? They're probably on the metric kilometers per hour anyway.
Yeah, well, this one said miles per hour, so
right.
maybe. So I think scientists or a group of people that call themselves scientists can say that, and what are we going to do?
Well, that's just it.
We can't go. Nope, you're wrong.
Some of the best advice I can give you in life is if you act like you know what you're talking about, people usually just follow right along. You say it with conviction, and people will be like, "All right, hey, that's amazing."
I think that's great. So I've always kind of been enamored with astrology, but this one's got me. It's got me baffled a little bit.
Oh, well, look, there's Ray. The Earth is traveling 67,000 miles per hour,
Well, okay. Yeah, I
but that's inside the galaxy. How fast is the entire galaxy moving? 2 million miles an hour.
so
per
we're
hour.
going 67. How the heck do we even see 2 million miles an hour?
Yeah, there's,
Come on, Ray.
There's a lot of
I'm going to
difference.
stump you on this one.
Yeah, I'm already stumped.
So a famous quote, I'm going to go here, and then we'll go into stuff we
No, you're
normally
good.
talk about.
You're good.
Good advice is always certain to be ignored, but that's no reason not to give it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I can't argue that this 2 million mile an hour galaxy didn't hit another galaxy. I just don't know when or how or
Well, like I say,
Anything.
say it with conviction. How you can argue with it?
I can't. Okay, so enough of my wanderings.
Well, it's those are very interesting facts. It's a little hard on the brain first thing on a Monday,
is.
but
Let's just start the week out right and go,
Does it make you go,
So we had some football over the weekend. Iowa State,
a little bit?
both won.
They both won.
Iowa looked pretty good with our walk-on quarterback.
Yeah, he did what he needed to do. Iowa did what they needed to do. Maryland is not a
very
good
good.
team. Maryland's not good.
Not very good.
But they won. Stratton played okay. He kept the trains on the tracks. He only threw for 76 yards, but it doesn't matter when you're running for 250. So
The dude's got an arm. He was
got
making those. He was making
the
those
sideline throws.
sideline throws in a hurry.
Yep. So hey, right now he's our best.
I personally liked what I saw. He looked downfield. He looked at different receivers and dumped off.
Yep.
But he made those decisions quickly.
Yes, he did, and he didn't just automatic. And this, I like that Sullivan takes off runs. I mean, it adds a whole different dimension,
Right,
and it's fun to
right.
watch. But I like that he was making those checkdowns. I think
You bet.
he ran a little bit, but his
We can't afford it. Get hurt
no,
anymore.
God, no. Our backup was Linez, and he was on the sideline literally in a cast
Mm-hmm.
in his non-throwing hand, but still said if he would have had to get in, he couldn't take a snap under center. He would have had everything would have been a shotgun, and really the way that it worked, he could only hand off in one direction.
Mm-hmm.
So as if Iowa isn't predictable enough, that wouldn't have helped anything.
Well, we knew for sure. I mean, I think everybody in the United States knew what we were going to do.
Yep.
Was a heavy dose of run, and we did, and it worked. I think our line stepped up and did well, but we've got a hell of a back.
Yeah.
We got a hell of a running back.
Well, yeah.
Now, what happened to our second string guy? Because they were playing this true freshman a lot.
So
yesterday.
Moulton and Jazzy and Patterson have kind of. I don't think there's a true number two.
Okay.
I think they're both. So at the first game this year, when Johnson was suspended for a half or a game, I can't remember. Actually, Moulton got the start over Patterson.
Okay.
So I don't think. I think there's a battle for two, and Moulton might be the true number two.
Boy, he looked awful good.
Well, he did.
other than the fumble.
So I heard this.
He's running hard.
I heard this morning. So his first got down that first drive and he fumbled, right?
Yep.
Now whether it's his fault or it's the quarterback's fault, I don't know.
No, he was running.
But that fumbled forward. Maryland recovered it 13 yards ahead of the line of scrimmage. So the ball shot, out.
Mm-hmm.
I just found this interesting. Moulton got credited with a 13-yard run. So out of his 114 yards, 13 of it was a fumble that he never had control of.
That a kid.
But he got credit for 13-yard run on a fumble.
Well,
But he got 114 yards.
that's a good break. I suppose you lose it if you fumble it
I
backwards.
suppose I would guess, but I just found that interesting. I didn't know that was a
always
thing.
fumble forward.
Always fumble forward.
There's a lesson in life there.
Just good life
Mickey G.
advice.
Just fumble
Always-
forward.
Always fumble forward. Always fall forward.
Yeah. Well, he looked really good.
He did. Especially the
he's
one
not,
run, but-
Yeah, he's not a big bruiser like Caleb, but gee, many Christmas that guy is good.
Yeah.
He's a ball player.
Yeah. We got other football stuff, but a couple other comments. Ray says the Milky Way is traveling at 1.3 million miles per hour.
The hell it is.
So the Milky Way,
Where are we going?
they're kind of a slow.
Now I gotta know, right? Where are we going?
We're kind of a slow galaxy by
We're going out.
comparisons. Yeah, we're
We're
going.
expanding.
I don't know. We're
Yeah,
just
the
going.
universe is expanding.
Yeah, and Jeff wants to know: is it safe to assume that Hairball is a Southeast Iowa hair metal cover band? Hairball is not, and I'm gonna let Nick say this, but it's not just Southeast Iowa. Hairball's got a following.
They sure do.
Talk about it, Nick.
No.
no?
Hairball is from Minnesota.
Minnesota, like Duluth.
They go to Duluth. And they go all over. They actually just got done with a cruise. They've been out to California, New
Oh, they
York.
don't invite you on the cruise?
No.
So I was gonna say they're regional for the
Pretty
Midwest,
much.
but they're not. But not if they're in California on a cruise. That's not even
Well, they didn't go to California on a cruise. They went.
two different things.
Yeah.
But yes.
Yeah, I
So-
mean they've been picking up pretty good. And next year's their 25th.
Oh, there you go.
So
There you go. Ray says they measure the microwave radiation left over from the Big Bang as the static point of reference. They reflect back to us as a constant that we can measure in speed.
Ray, did you just copy and paste that? or did that just come from your brain? Now I need to know. because that's very.
He says nobody knows where we're going either. Just like you said, nobody knows where we're going.
Yeah, I think we're just expanding. Now, at some point, I guess we'll run into something.
We'll crash into another galaxy.
Are we going to feel it, Ray? Are we going to? Does there feeling when galaxies crash?
Only for a second.
And then it's
And then
bye bye.
It doesn't matter. And then it doesn't matter what you feel. You get all the feels for a second, and then not so much.
And then we'll feel nothing.
And then we'll feel
We'll
nothing.
cease to exist.
I guess.
We think.
I guess.
I mean, if you're traveling 1.6 or 2 million miles an hour.
That's fast. You know, if you're going that fast in your car and you crash, it just pretty much ends you.
Yeah, you turn to dust.
Dust.
Just evaporated. You just poof.
Yeah.
There's nothing left at 2 million miles an hour. All right.
Yeah. So
So I've struck a good conversation.
you
somehow.
have the more you know.
I still want to know if Ray copy and pasted that or if he just do it.
I don't know, but I'm thinking he doesn't know
I
that
hope
off the
he
top of his
says. I
head.
hope Ray just says no. I knew that. That's what I want.
Who doesn't know that?
That's what I want to believe. Okay, so football went well. We've got a big game this Friday.
Yep.
I actually have family coming in from Nebraska.
Yep.
So
Nebraska got bowl eligible.
Yeah, it wasn't easy, but they won.
They got there, and they
Beat Wisconsin. Jeez, how far from Wisconsin's fallen.
yeah they stormed the field.
Nebraska did.
Yes.
I didn't watch the end of it.
I didn't watch the end, but they stormed the field because they got bowl eligible.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen!
It'd been a while. I forget how-
2016.
16.
Yeah,
That's a long drought for
is.
Nebraska to not go to a bowl game.
yeah, but I'm thinking you get your sixth win with one game left to go is not storm
Yeah, I think-
the field worthy.
I think that's just an attaboy. Good job, guys.
And they did. They were dominant over Wisconsin. Wisconsin did not look good.
Now they're
I
struggling.
watched most of that game, but off and on.
I don't know how Arkansas did. I kind of quit following them here, but I had a busy weekend.
I'm pretty sure they won, but they played, and Jeff will chime in. They played nobody. They didn't play. It wasn't another SEC team.
No. They're probably bowl eligible. I don't know. I think they are.
Don't know. Iowa State won late. I thought they were going to get beat, but they won late.
Yeah. Their little magic season's kind of falling apart.
So if they win, I think they're in the Big 12 title game. But the Big 12 is messed up. There's all kinds of scenarios, like lots of scenarios that if this team wins and this loses, and there's like 4 teams that are all tied with 2 losses in the conference. And,
That's a mess.
yeah.
They just have one championship game, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the winner, that's the only one guaranteed to get into the 12-team playoff.
That seems odd. But, well, I don't know. The NCAA, they've got this whole thing messed up anyway, so
Yeah.
I'll just leave it at that.
Well, the SEC, and we're getting deep in the woods now, but the SEC, they just cannibalized each other all weekend. Alabama got beat.
Yeah, how could they even be in the mix?
Well, I don't think they are anymore, but I don't think the SEC is going to stand for that. So there's 12 teams that get in, and I think Alabama's on the outside looking in. I think Ole Miss, which was beat Georgia, is on the outside looking in. I think there's a lot. So I think this 12-team playoff has got like a 2-year run, and then we're going to 24.
Well, yeah, well, might as well just make it all of them, and then everybody will be happy.
Just
won't
start the season as a tournament.
they? Yeah, I'm beyond sick of doing everything for money. That truly,
Oh, well,
because this is all this is. It's just a bunch of money.
Well, and it's just like Iowa hasn't any games on Peacock, but it's like you put a game on Peacock, you put on these weird channels, or Iowa State's had like every game's been a night game this year, and it's like, you took the money, and the TV gets to tell you where they're going to put you because you took the money.
Yep. So it goes. I'm just having a lot of fond memories of the old days and liked it. I liked the bowl games. I liked how they were. I didn't like 58 bowl games. I liked about whatever it was.
Yeah.
12 or 16, because there wasn't that many when I was a kid.
No.
I liked it like that.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's a money grabbing world.
Yeah. Well,
And
and I don't know how these sponsors do it, because you look at these early ones and there's 12 people in the stands.
Do you see that Maryland game? The Iowa Maryland
Yep.
game? Oh my God.
Yep.
There might have been more Iowa fans there.
I think so. So, yeah, it's different world. And I'm not going to change it.
No, nobody asked us.
That's just all there is to it.
Jeff says Arkansas got their 6th win over Louisiana Tech and did not storm the field.
That a kid. At least they have their head about themselves down at Arkansas. It was also a hell of a program back in my day, the early days. 7:30, Nikki G.
Let's go for it.
We better take a break. We'll be right back, folks.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics, providing quality health care that puts you first. Whether during a hospital stay, seeing a primary care provider for wellness exams or sick visits, minor surgery to a total joint replacement, or recovering from an injury, we're here when you need us.
More than you expect for your health care. Washington County Hospital and Clinics.
Ahoy, and welcome back to Morning Breath. It's Monday. We've had an interesting Monday so far.
Sports and astrophysics.
That's just
Or
how we roll.
astronomy or
That's how we
astrology
roll.
or whatever.
That's how we roll. I would be remiss if I did not say that the Southeast Iowa Video Network is sponsored by KCTC.
Thank you, Casey.
Thanks, Casey, and all the gang over at KCTC. And the three of us, the Morning Breath crew this morning, we are sponsored by Hy-Vee and Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh.
Thank you, Willie.
Thanks, Willie. The last thing we need to touch on, Matt.
Well, you have to. I was wondering.
I mean, we have to.
'Cause it's
We
us.
just had things coming up.
Yeah.
That's just all there is to it.
Huh?
We got to talk to the Iowa State Wrestling.
Yes.
I was unable to go.
I did not. I did not go either. I had other things to do. But we gave our tickets to worthy fans, so our seats were not empty.
Okay, my seats were not empty either. And I had my hands full. I had all the grandkids over at the house.
Oh, jeez.
So from 5 months old to 12.
Right.
Now 12 is no problem. 9 is no problem.
In 5 months, you got
3 and 4 in 5 months.
Yeah.
I was beat.
Yeah.
They won, but the point is I listened because I put my earbuds in,
Right.
and I listened to the last period of one match just so I could get a score.
Yep.
And I knew after we won that was 174.
Kennedy.
Nope. Then it was 184.
Ferrari wrestling.
Ferrari.
That didn't lock it. Buchanan locked it next, but it was.
Yeah, but I didn't think Buchanan was going
No,
to
he
lose.
didn't. We didn't think Teamer was going to lose.
Well, Teamer would not have lost.
Nope. That was at least a 9-point swing right there.
For sure. So tell me what you know about that. Did you watch it?
I did.
And because you have Big Ten Plus.
I didn't. I do now, but I only got it for a month. in case my wife is watching, I only got it for a month.
It's just $4.
It's just, it was 6, but still.
It went up to $6.
Well, they want you to do, there's a special code thing that you could get, but otherwise it's like $12 a month or something like that.
Oh, it is?
Or
I can't remember.
or $90 a year.
I've had to get it when I was down in the Caribbean somewhere, and
Yeah.
I've gotten it before.
Yeah. So I don't know. They look pretty good. He's still 125 Peterson and 41 with Ryder Block. I mean, they're young, and they got.
Well, Ryder he won, but he won without a takedown.
No, that was Parco.
Oh, okay.
Ryder Block lost.
Okay.
Yeah. So Kale Peterson at 25 lost. They were all close. I mean, they were all tough matches. There wasn't a blowout, and then Drake won, and that was a minor upset. He was ranked lower, but he won, and then Block lost, and then Parco won without a takedown and 2 penalty points, or he wouldn't have won. And then Teamer got
So
hurt.
he got a couple escapes and then 2 penalty points. That's how he got his 4.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. And then Teamer injured, and hopefully he comes back. But
Hammy, right?
Yeah. Well, that's what it looked like. I don't think they said for sure, but it sure looked like that. And so that gave Iowa State 6 points.
Yeah.
And Teamer would have won by at least a decision and maybe by more. So
It's
that's
really
at
hard to
least
come back from that.
It was
imagine how important Drake Ayala winning was really important.
It was really important. But that was a 9-point swing. So if you factor that out, it wasn't even as close. The final score was 21-15.
Right.
But and then Caliendo looked okay, and Kennedy dominated with attack.
Yeah, he was wrestling the former Iowa player, right?
Yeah,
Riggins.
Aiden Riggins. Yep. And then Angelo Ferrari looked good.
Yeah, I'm glad they got him out there. But it's Gabe Arnold is pretty solid.
He's pretty
in that
solid
position.
himself. Yep. So I don't know. They got a red shirt, Ferrari. I think he can wrestle 4 times and still not lose his red shirt.
That I did watch an interview with that later, and he gets 5 times.
5 times. Okay.
So you're close.
Yeah. And then Buchanan won by major, and I thought Keeter looked pretty good.
Keeter battled.
Yeah, I thought he looked good.
I haven't watched anything yet.
So he lost 7-2 or something, but he had a cradle locked up at the end, just couldn't get it flipped over.
I heard he had it twice.
Yeah.
They went out of bounds and
yeah. So I thought
and then reset and got
Keeter
it
looked
again.
okay, and that was against younger Bastida, who I think is ranked 4th.
Okay.
And Keeter, he looked okay. I mean, he got beat, but he looked okay.
Well, it's so funny that we're going to learn to think that 7-2 is kind of a close match, but those 3-point takedowns really make
They
a
make a
difference.
huge
That would have been
difference.
4-2.
Yep.
Or 5-2. Which sounds a lot different.
Yeah. Yeah, Mom's chastising me because she's saying Stacy will say no to another subscription channel.
She won't know because she doesn't listen, does she?
Well, she listens enough to know that I'm
So,
probably
Mom?
going to get in trouble.
Mom, you don't need to be spilling the tea on this one.
I think it's spilt.
It's already spilled.
I think it's spilt.
Have you looked at it? You got a message on your phone?
Not yet, but
I'm going to take the credit card away from you.
yeah. Yeah. So,
So Iowa looks. Now we're off for a while, I think.
yeah, I don't know when they
We
go
don't have
next.
any home meets till like January.
You're right. Look, Penn State, you know this, but Penn State's head and shoulders above.
Oh, yeah.
But Iowa's got a pretty tough lineup. A couple, the 25 and 41, I'd like to see short up a little bit, but I think those guys are good. They're just young.
They're good. Yeah. We've just been so solid at those lighter weights,
Yeah, I
and now
know.
we're kind of inverse a little bit. Our middleweights are really good. Boy, I love Caliendo. I am a huge fan of Patrick Kennedy. Big fan.
Yeah.
But if he can't,
Well,
I hope they find a hole for him. But
where?
I just don't think you're gonna.
No. And I
See,
think,
I don't think he can beat Brands.
nope. And I think Arnold's locked in 84.
Yeah.
And they let Ferrari wrestle, but
And next year, I think Gabe will go down to 74. Is what I think.
okay,
That's my guess.
could be. Which would be okay. I mean, as long as he can make the weight. But
I mean, his stature is a little shorter,
Yep.
and Ferrari looks a little to be more. To me, looks the part of 84 better than Gabe does.
yeah,
So I missed it, but I did watch. It came up on my my feed. Gable Steveson wrestle.
Oh yeah, I can't believe
He's in. He's got a Minnesota jersey on.
Yeah. Well, did he dominate? I assume.
Well, he did, but the first period was nothing.
Right.
He looked okay. He's still quick.
Yeah. Well,
He was wrestling number 7. He's immediately the top seeded heavyweight.
course, and as he should be.
But he beat number 7 pretty handily. I don't even know who they were wrestling, but he was a 7th. And the kid was okay, but
Yeah. Well, like we said, though, he's been out 2
He was
years.
3
He's got to be
periods.
like 34 years old or something. So
we had one of those guys. You get your 30th birthday.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, 7:40. We better take our last break so we can get set for the day.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
Celebrate the season at the Mount Pleasant Festival of Lights. With over 180 dazzling light displays, it's the perfect holiday tradition for families, friends, and loved ones. Experience the magic from the comfort of your car, and on select nights, bring the kids to meet Santa himself. Don't miss this enchanting event that brings holiday spirit to life. For directions, dates, times, and ticket info, head to oldthreshers.com. The Mount Pleasant Festival of Lights, where holiday magic comes to life.
Ahoy, morning breathers. Welcome back. I think I said it. I want to make sure I thank our sponsors.
Thank you,
I got
Casey.
lost.
Thank you, Casey. Thank you,
Thanks,
Willie.
Casey and Willie. So I did do that.
You got it.
Okay.
We're in.
Panicked there for a minute.
It's all good, man.
This has been a non-conforming show.
Well, it's kind of a sports Monday. That's kind of where we're going to go, except for the astronomy part or astrology
It
or
just,
whatever.
It struck me as interesting.
It was interesting. And we tapped into Ray's deep knowledge of
Deep
Space.
thoughts with Ray. All right, let's get set for the day, Matt, please.
episode 200 today.
200.
200.
200.
Yes.
What do you think of that, Nikki G?
Pretty impressive.
That was impressive.
is
You should see him.
He's so
Everybody,
excited.
you should see him.
He might storm the field when we're done.
Been here for what? 90 episodes?
What's that?
So I said I've been here for like what, 90?
Well, I don't
Somewhere
have a
in there.
separate count for your specific episode.
I think it's about 90.
So neither Tim or I, neither one have been here for all 200. But anyway, time 7:43 a.m. It is the 25th day of November. The temperature right now is 44 degrees
Pretty
in Fairfield,
nice.
Mount Pleasant, Washington.
Yesterday was a nice day.
It was, and 44 right now is the high for the day. It is going to just keep falling all day long, and the wind is going to pick up, and it's going to be a generally crappy day, I think.
We're getting into whatever word we're going to come up with for a nasty winter
Yeah,
storm.
so we didn't even get to that.
Yeah, I want everybody to be thinking about that.
All right.
You sent me some text.
I
a little
wrote
while
them
ago.
down. I got
We're going to
some.
work on that again.
Okay, all right. So start thinking, keep thinking about what do we want to call
How
that?
come everybody can have derechos and bomb cyclones and
Yeah.
atmospheric rivers? We need something better than severe weather alert for snowstorm.
So I got some ideas when we get to it. So.
Okay.
Temperature today, high, like I said, right now is the high and a low of 22. Things to do in the Fairfield area on Aces and Eights. Washington's own Aces and Eights will be performing at the Cider House in Fairfield on Wednesday for a Thanksgiving Eve bash.
Isn't John the voice in that?
He is.
Yeah.
That starts at 7. The music starts at 7:30. Mount Pleasant area time is running out. To escape the Nature Center at Oakland Mills Natural History Museum, go to the mycountyparks.com to register. And in the Washington area,
I knew some people who went down to that. I've not seen. It just reminded me. I've not seen them since.
they didn't escape.
So we got to send out a search team.
I'm not so sure, but I think after an hour they come in and fetch you.
Okay, well, man, maybe these people are taking it differently and they don't want to be found.
Maybe they're just like, hey, what? Let's take our kayak in the middle of the lake and then take a bike to Madison and ride a bus to Toronto or whatever. Coming up this weekend, Main Street
this
Washington.
is love, everybody.
This was love, exactly. Coming up this weekend, Main Street Washington will present its annual snow events. Come downtown Friday and Saturday for a plethora of shopping and activities.
That's a
Santa going to be there.
plethora.
Maybe I threw in the plethora word. That's my word.
I love that word.
I know.
Santa does do stuff this weekend.
Yeah, I saw an opportunity to use the word plethora and I took advantage.
You just jumped on it.
Plethora. On this day in 1974, the fossils of an early human ancestor are discovered in Ethiopia, nicknamed Lucy. The remains showed that human species were walking upright over 3 million years ago. And now we're all leaned over again looking at our phones.
And and the only way we know that is we traveled at 2 million miles an hour to find that person.
Ray says 1.3 for us.
1.3 for us.
Yes. Why did the employee get fired from the keyboard factory?
The keyboard factory.
Keyboard factory.
I have no idea. The keyboard, like your computer keyboard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why did he get fired from the keyboard factory? Because he wasn't putting in enough shifts.
Oh, you gotta have two. There's 2 shifts for every keyboard, isn't there?
I guess.
You gotta listen. It's just that easy. We run a 2-shift.
2-shift
plant
crew.
here.
2-shift crew.
Yep. There you have it, folks. 7:47. We've had a pleasant Monday. We hope you have had as well. There has been a plethora of things talked about. We enjoyed everybody's conversation and input as always, and we also enjoy those who listen and do not comment. And we know you're there.
Yes.
So thank you all. Have a great Monday. We will return tomorrow. Until then, happy Monday.
Ahoy.
Ahoy.